I think you texted as I got on the plane. Mackenzie's vomiting. I turned my phone on plane mode and went, oh well. And at less than 2 years old, loudly proclaimed,
Sam claims to love building IKEA furniture. Like when we go to IKEA, he's like, yes,
hey,
I want to.
Would you blackmail your sister into doing?
Nothing. Welcome to the Unhelpful Parenting Podcast.
Where we share the real, the raw, and the ridiculousness of parenthood.
So if you're a mum whose bags under her eyes are almost as big as the bags you have to take to leave the house,
Or if you're a dad that's always asked, but why?
then you're in the right place. Well, welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
I am Beck.
I am Sam.
And we are here for another week.
Yeah. Yes.
I just want to say, I want to start this episode by saying, I think on social media and online, it's really easy to see everyone else's milestones and announcements and highlights. But if you have come in this week and you are just scraping through, you are just getting by, I just want to say congratulations to you as well. Because I think sometimes those weeks where you are just surviving by the skin of your teeth, you deserve a congratulations. So from us to you, congratulations this week.
That sounds personal.
Yeah. I may have only just scraped through this week.
I had a great week.
Sam had his first week traveling for work since we've had the third child. So I spent 4 nights flying solo.
And I spent 4 nights flying.
Sleeping through the night.
Sort of. I was still up at 3, 4 a.m. to start, but yes.
And not the greatest week. And like to top it off, you left at 3:30 a.m. in the morning, and by 7:30 a.m. in the morning, one of the children was already vomiting.
Yeah, it was great.
I was like, you
Literally,
knew when to
I
leave.
think you texted as I got on the plane. I was like, well, you know when to leave. Mackenzie's vomiting.
Yeah.
And I turned my phone on plane mode and went, oh well. Nothing I can do.
Man, you couldn't have timed that any worse, but we were pretty lucky it wasn't gastro, it didn't go through. I was like in my head just going, oh my goodness, this is like going to be.
Well, you flipping psyched me out too, because then I'm sitting there and every little inkling I was like, uh-oh, I feel sick. And it didn't happen at all.
Yeah.
But it was just, yeah.
Yeah. And
It's
we were
okay.
like, we're very blessed to have such an amazing village of people around us like
Well, yeah.
that activate when you go away. So I shouldn't complain too much. Like we had your mum day one helping even when Ken's was sick. My mum was on the last day as well, helping me survive while I was barely functioning on so
Yeah.
little sleep.
Yes.
Because the children decided that would be a great week to stop sleeping as well. So yes, if you're just scraping in sleep deprived, you're in good company in this episode. Oh, yes. So Sam's enjoyed 8 hours of sleep.
I wasn't 8 hours asleep.
Well, that's on you because you wasted an opportunity. You could have had like,
No.
anyway.
No.
So this week we've got a few fun things coming up. We've got a new segment called Bluey vs. Friends that's coming up. That'll be later on. But just for those returning after last week, we will say there'll be a lot less poo.
Yeah.
Listening
kind of
back,
watched
we were like,
even just all the snippets you picked
yeah,
for
for
social media. I was
socials.
like, it's a lot of poo talk.
So it's not always like that. It won't always be like that. Yes, if you made it through, welcome back. We promise it's not. We will space out those episodes, the show episodes. We will.
So much poo.
But that is such a huge part of parenting too. Like, how can you? I think almost every confessional we've had come through, like a good
Majority
maybe
of them have
70
been.
to 80% have had poo in them. So,
My
yes.
my meme has poo.
Oh, I was
It is
looking
a-
through everything we had planned for today and I was like, I think we made it through pretty poo-free and now here you are.
No, it's a saying. It's a poo saying.
All right, off you go. What's your...
Well, it's parenting.
Yes.
And it's like being thankful that all they're chewing on is dirt and not poo.
Yep. The little wins.
Yep,
Oh, you're eating dirt. Silver lining, it's not poo.
correct.
That's great. Well, last week we did talk about a few things. It wasn't all poo. We talked about bags and all the bags. And I've seen on socials.
Under your eyes.
Yes, under your eyes. And we counted 13 bags in our house. But since then, there's been a few others. People have mentioned the toddler having their own bag that they put all their little bits and pieces in.
Oh, their own toy bag.
Yep. And then the shopping bags as well.
Yeah.
And at the moment, because you've been travelling downstairs, we've got the suitcase that takes us forever to unpack and put away as well. So that's floating
Two
around.
suitcases.
Yep. So that's fun. We also talked last week about meltdowns. I shared the story about Hartley's meltdown because he ran out of imaginary ice cream, and instead of making some more because it's imaginary, he just decided to cry.
Imaginary play.
Yes. So we couldn't imaginary make some more. We couldn't imaginary go to the shop, so we just had to cry.
Doesn't have an imaginary ice cream machine.
Yes. So we thought it would be fun to ask you the question, what funny thing has your child melted down over, cried about? And we got some great answers in. So I'm excited to share these. So some of the funny things that your children have cried about is that he needed to yawn and he couldn't get it out.
I do have that feeling sometimes.
Well, the next one was that I wouldn't take the flies out of his feet. So he had pins and needles and was having a meltdown because he wouldn't take the flies out of his feet, which immediately reminded me of the time Mackenzie first got pins and needles.
Yeah,
and
she lost the plot.
She lost the plot, but we didn't know what was going on. So it took us a long time to realise, like you've got pins and needles. Like, we don't need to take you to the emergency room. It's just pins and needles. That was an interesting moment. I was like, wow, we really have to walk you through every experience of life. Like, yeah.
That's how parenting works.
Yeah. Another great one we had was they cried because they couldn't marry their dad, and then they cried some more because they then realised they couldn't marry their grandma.
I've heard lots of that.
Yeah.
Especially daughters wanting to marry their dads.
Yeah, which is very cute. It's like, of all the, like, if you have to pick your child to have a cry about something, that is kind of a cute, heartwarming one.
Cute.
My child cried because I wouldn't go to the shop for peanut butter for his toast at 4:30 a.m. in the morning.
Wait, what? Say it again?
So my child cried that I wouldn't go to the shop for peanut butter for his toast at 4:30 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, no shop's going to be open, bud.
Man, I feel for you, Mama, because if you're already up making toast at 4:30 a.m. in the morning, the last thing you want to be dealing with is a meltdown. It's like, child, I am awake. The coffee hasn't kicked in yet. Don't cry to me about your toast. Anyway, I'm full of compassion when I'm sleep deprived. And then another one cried because I wouldn't warm up his ice cream.
It's too cold.
It's too cold, wouldn't warm it up. That gave me instant flashbacks to Hartley, our 2-year-old, on holidays recently. He had his first paddle pop ice cream.
I was too cold.
And it was too cold.
Yeah, he doesn't like cold stuff.
He doesn't like really cold stuff. But we thought he might. Like, we were like, we'll just keep
probably why he
trying.
likes imaginary ice cream. It doesn't hurt his
teeth because it's so cold. But he put it down on the table and wouldn't let anyone touch it. And it took us a little while to realise that he was waiting for it to warm up.
Yeah, cool down.
Because he didn't understand. Like, obviously, if you give him hot chips, it's like, just wait, they'll cool down, then you can eat them. So he's got his ice cream. Oh, it hurts my teeth. I will leave it there.
I will wait.
We'll wait till I can eat it, not understanding the
and turned it into a pile of slush.
Yes, but then wouldn't let us take it. So we just had to sit and watch the ice cream melt away.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
That's all right, though. It was just nice and sticky.
Delicious.
I have a pretty good one.
Yeah.
I was going to the shops with my 3 kids and the eldest starts yelling, "Sissy is looking out my window." When we try explaining that Sissy is in the middle and doesn't have her own window, he settles down for all of 2 seconds and then yells, "Well, Sissy is using my air and I can't breathe." I get it.
Yeah. The car, especially when you got 3, like they were saying they had 3, like 3 across the back seat, it's chaos back there sometimes. I think I've seen a photo of someone who's like parent hack made like something to stick in between the dividers to stick. I don't know how safe it is. It's probably why it's not a product readily for sale, but like the amount of times I've been like, yes, we just need something to shove between the seats so you can't see and hit, and
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't breathe because she's breathing my air.
Anything. Siblings.
I feel bad for my mum. I remember being a kid being like, he's looking at me. Like now I'm like, oh my gosh, if my child came out with that, I'd be like.
You were a cruel big sister.
I was not.
You were a cruel big sister.
I was not.
What did you blackmail your sister into doing?
Nothing. I was a great big sister. We are not putting this on the internet. Full of compassion.
Nope,
and love.
here we are. This is a sibling confessional. Come on.
I think the story. Well, the siblings need to send it in. Anyway, now that I'm
doing it on behalf of you. You're welcome, Esther.
Well, no, it was Josh as well.
Well, no, you've got separate ones. Oh. You did one with Josh and you did one with Esther.
Oh, great. Now I'm like,
do the money one.
Yeah, well, I remember being left with them to babysit them and being hungry and being like, okay, go make snacks. You both make like a snack plate and whoever's is best wins. I'll eat the winners, obviously, and then whoever wins gets to eat the other person's. And then whoever loses just doesn't get snacks. Yes, so that's an insight into how I play Monopoly.
Didn't you? Oh, God. We never play Monopoly. It is banned in our household. Because it is not a fun game.
Oh, Esther's was I used to make her pay to hug me.
Pay to hug you.
I was an entrepreneur.
And pay, or a dictator. Or didn't you make her... I vaguely remember you doing something to play with me or be my friend or something, and then you pulled the rug out from under her and was like you made her do all this stuff and then you didn't follow through with it anyway.
Maybe. Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember like you made us do all this stuff to play with you and then you played for like 30 seconds and we're like, cool, I'm done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I suppose I should... Maybe Mackenzie takes after me more than I think, the way she plays with her brothers sometimes. Oh, well. Anyway, so that's enough of... I'm really glad I didn't bring a confessional for myself now because that's enough crap on Beck for right now.
Although knowing me, my sister will probably send some in now for me. So
yeah. Siblings, Leah and Nat, send in your stories about Sam because that was not planned. Well, okay, speaking of confessionals, let's go into the confessional for today.
Okay, so for background, my family is Christian and I've been brought up in a polite conservative family. Fast forward to now, and when my 3-year-old daughter was about 1.5, a babysitter took her along with her one day to Kmart. At the checkout, my daughter dropped something accidentally and at less than 2 years old, loudly proclaimed, then proceeded to keep repeating the word over and over again. There was no denying it and everyone around her heard. It was at that busy service bit. Some people laughed and one parent tried to be nice and said to my babysitter something like, "Oh, don't worry, my child has dropped a swear word like that before too." To which my babysitter was like, "She's not mine." I'm sure the other parents were like, "Sure." Yeah, that's pretty good.
Oh, that's great.
I love it when kids swear. It's cute. Like it's not good, but it's cute.
It's funny. Sam sends me TikToks all the time of like little kids swearing like at their...
It's an effing goat outside. That's one of my favourites.
Every time you swipe past it, you send it to me again, even though I've seen it 100 times. But that reminded me of one that's your confessional that I'm going to tell because so you don't tell it wrong.
Ow. Can't stop.
So Sam claims to love building IKEA furniture. Like when we go to IKEA, he's like, yes, I want to build it.
Do you know what? I actually realised the other day, the last time I built the other stuff, like Mackenzie and I built what we got recently.
Yeah.
We loved it and we had a stack of fun. I did break it.
Yes.
But it was IKEA's fault. The stupid little peg wouldn't go in the hole and it kind of went through Got pushed through the side of the anyway, but we loved it. Do you know the different factor this time?
What?
You weren't there to critique.
Sure. Anyway, Sam claims to love building IKEA furniture, but then when you watch him build IKEA furniture, it is very clear that it frustrates him a lot.
I love it.
You say,
Sometimes.
as you usually always have to pull something apart and redo it because you put it the wrong way together. Or
Didn't happen this time.
Well, isn't
Again,
that
'cause
lucky?
you weren't there.
Oh,
No pressure. Pressure free.
Sure. Anyway, so I can't remember. I think we bought like a TV stand or something when Mackenzie was around.
That was Kogan.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that was what was
some
wrong
sort
with
of-
it.
Yeah.
It was Kogan.
Some sort of flat pack furniture that you were building, and it was dark.
wasn't the
I remember
crisp-
it being dark, so it
no,
must have
hang
been
on.
late.
It wasn't the cabinet for the front door,
I don't
like
know.
the buffet
Doesn't matter. You were building
or the
something.
toy cabinet.
You were building, most of our furniture in our house has been flat pack. So you were building something flat pack.
Yeah.
And sitting there being frustrated, you'd been back and forward, you pulled it apart, put it back together, like you were really getting frustrated. So you're there putting it together, obviously being frickin' this and frickin' that, and I'm frickin' annoyed at this, and
Frickin' is my favourite.
that's like when
That's
Sam's
my go-to
frustrated,
word.
that's what comes out,
Frickin'.
which I mean could be worse. But the next day, Sam's at work, I'm at home with Mackenzie, and she's gone and she's found the Allen key, and she's up at the piece of furniture, just tapping, like just pretending to build, going frickin' up and down. I've got this, I'll have to see if I can find the video, but there's this video of her being like frickin'. I said it to Sam, I was like, you need to watch what you say around the toddler because she has picked it up.
That's funny.
So that was a lot of fun.
She's dropped one in the car too, and I'm like, don't say that.
Yes. They always hear the one word you don't want them to say, the pleases and the thank yous, just poof, over their head. But
Mind you, the
when you
2-year-old's
swear,
been very good at that lately. The 5-year-old's forgotten what manners are.
yes, until you give her the look and she's like, oh, please. We have a new segment we want to try. We'll see how it goes. I think it could be an epic fail. So welcome along for the ride. So
It's all Beck's idea.
I reckon it'll be fun. So
It has potential.
every parent has watched at least one episode of Bluey. And if you haven't and you're a new parent or you're an expecting parent, it
You
is
need
coming.
to watch it because it's good.
Yes. And there's a reason everyone watches it. It's because of all the kids' shows. It's one that the parents can actually watch and kind of enjoy as well.
Kind of enjoy. I enjoy. I used to watch them.
Yeah.
I used to actually look forward to, like, when you see a new episode, I'm like, oh,
Yeah, there is a
I'm
new one
actually-
coming out soon too. And
and the
we've been
long
like,
ones.
ooh.
it's like a 30-minute one. I'm actually really excited for it.
I never
I'm not
expected
gonna lie.
like parenting
I'm very
to turn me
excited.
into
Well,
this.
it's just good adult content and kid content.
Yeah. Well, and then the other show pretty much every parent has watched is Friends.
Yeah.
I think breastfeeding mums especially have spent nights in front of the TV just binge watching Friends.
Yes.
So I thought we could do a fun this or that. Is it Bluey or is it Friends?
Oh,
So I'm going to give you quotes and you have to guess whether it's Bluey or Friends.
okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
I don't like it when people take food off my plate. Bluey or Friends?
Oh. Bluey?
No. Joey doesn't share food.
Pickle. He doesn't.
All right. I bought it from someone on the train. She said it would bring me good luck.
That has to be Friends.
No, it's Chili from the Backpackers episode. They're pulling things, the kids are their backpack
Oh,
and they're
yeah.
pulling the things out. This is great. I was really worried you were just going to be like, yes, I know that one. Yes, I know that one.
Well, I just went logic. I was like, Bluey's not going to buy anything from...
Yeah. Sometimes you have to let go and trust.
That's Bluey.
Yeah, it is. It's so deep and meaningful. It has to be Bluey. That's Bandit.
I know that episode.
I wish I could, but I don't want to.
Oh, that could be either. It literally could be either.
So what's your guess?
Friends?
Yes, it's Phoebe in the
Yeah.
very first episode. That's one of her first lines. So that's two. You've got
I was
two.
going to say, it's either Phoebe or it's the 5-year-old dog out of Bluey. Or Joey.
It'll be fun. We'll run in the park.
Oh, God, that could be either of them too. That could be Joey and Chandler going for a bromancy run.
Come on.
Friends.
It is, but it wasn't. It was Rachel, the one where Phoebe runs.
Okay.
I'll settle for the same crazy walk from here to there.
Bluey?
Yes. I wasn't sure whether the running one before would like throw you off.
No.
Okay. All right. So how many have you got now? Is that 4?
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, we'll say 4.
All right.
All right.
I got the first 2 wrong and then I've gotten the rest right.
Yep.
So whatever that is.
That one had ducks on his T-shirt and this one has clowns.
Friends.
Yes. Do you remember where?
No, but I just remember not seeing it on Bluey.
There's like 100, almost 150 episodes of Bluey.
Yeah. And I've seen them all multiple times.
Well, yes, that was when they lost Ben and there were 2 babies and they're trying to work out which one.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They're trying to tell the twins apart.
So baby chick snuggled
Babies.
up her mummy chick and drifted off to sleep. The end.
Friends.
No, that's Chili's bedtime story in the sleepy time episode. You know what? You can play with my dollhouse.
Thank you. Friends.
It is.
Yeah.
It's in the one called The One with the Dollhouse, where she inherits her auntie's dollhouse.
Yeah.
And how's it going, pregnant man?
That's Bluey.
Yes, it is. It's Bluey. The one where dad has a baby.
Yes. And they punch him in the gut.
So you got 6 out of 10, I think. If you're listening at home, you may have to comment and like let me know if I got that wrong. But I think you got
Maths
6 out
is
of 10.
not your strong point.
Good job.
Thank you.
Sorry, I just went into mum mode then. High five. No.
It's a bit demeaning.
I was very close to doing like Bluey versus The Office and doing Michael Scott. Like Bluey versus Michael Scott. But the quotes are very obvious.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like,
It's Steve Carell.
there's nothing like it.
That is pretty good, though.
The things that come out of his mouth. Things that come out of our kids' mouths. So this
Oh,
week.
I thought you were going to say out of my mouth. I was like, hey, whoa. Takes 2 here.
No, Mackenzie. So the quote of the week that you missed. So when Ken started vomiting, I was due to do groceries anyway. So I went to the shops and like one of the things the doctor told me last time that we had to see a doctor for one of the children vomiting was that their blood sugar can run low really fast in kids because they don't have the fat stores that adults have. So in my head I was like, okay, get all the like sugary things that I could think of. Like if we're going into gastro for the next who knows how long, I'm going to have the sugar for. So I bought like custard,
Juice and
jelly
custard and-
cups,
yeah,
jelly
yeah.
cup, juice.
I was going to say, jelly cup, and
Nutella.
jelly cup,
Or
and
Nutella to
jelly
put on
cup.
toast, like just
Yeah, now they're both like,
now
chocolate sandwiches,
Now
chocolate
our cupboard is full of
toast.
sugar and they're like looking for snacks. So Mackenzie was looking for snacks when she was well and truly better, and I was like, no, we're but like it's almost dinner time, like so she's going through all the snacks she wants, and I'm like, look, no, we are not having sugar. Like I was like, if you're hungry, that's fine. We can have a piece of fruit, or you can have rice crackers or something that's not full of sugar. And so I said that to her. I was like, Kenzie, you're picking all the things with sugar. Can you pick something? And she looks at me just like, but mummy, sugar makes me fun.
She is your daughter.
I was like,
That is literally something you
sounds
would
like something that
say.
would come out of like a rehab clinic or something. She needs to go to sugar rehab. Like,
But sugar makes me fun. She is your daughter.
oh, yes.
That is something you would have said to me in high
Not
school.
about sugar.
In high school.
Anyway, so that was our quote of the week.
Well, not about sugar.
A good glass of wine makes mummy a bit fun sometimes.
Especially now you're lightweight. Like a sip of wine.
Oh, I've spent the last 5 years, a lot of mums can probably relate. If you've had your kids kind of close together, I've spent 5 years of either being pregnant or breastfeeding. Like, all I have to do is sniff wine and I'm like, wee.
I know.
Do you have a quote of the week?
I did my thing.
Oh, you did your meme. Yes, our silver lining. And we're not going to mention it again because we wanted this to be a mostly poo-free episode.
You said it.
Sorry, everyone. Anyway, that's us for this week.
It is.
If you've got, actually, I was going to say that about the meltdowns. If you've got a meltdown story, like the meltdown stories actually make really good confessionals. Like
They do.
because usually,
Especially public meltdowns.
because they're the times
Please?
where it's like, as a parent, you're like, that's not my child. Like, and sometimes you don't want to share that. This is your place to get those stories out because it's anonymous, it's judgment-free. We just want to laugh together and tell you you're not the only one who goes through these times.
That's true.
Yes.
Or on the rare occasion, no, it's not rare. If your kid does something cute, you can send it into, and we might do a cute things kids say or do a segment if we get enough stories. And we'll
you'll
see.
have to put some cute music behind it and make like a little lovey scene or something because we're here to laugh at
A
the
little
fails.
lovey scene. I'll make it extra cute.
Yeah, make it
I
extra
can do that.
cute. Oh, okay. If you've got a cute parenting story, now I want to do that. If you've got a cute parenting story, send it in.
Kids aren't like, yeah, okay, maybe 80% of the time they're like feral.
Our kids are anyway.
But the other 20%, they're asleep. No, the other, whatever, it's not 80-20, but whatever
They have cute
50-50.
moments. Yeah.
They say cute things and they do cute things. Like Mackenzie's thing at the moment is like, I just want to tell you one more thing. I have to tell you something. Oh, I want to tell you one more thing.
Yeah, well, that's her way of getting out of going to sleep.
But then it's like, I love you. Yeah.
I love you too. Go to sleep.
She doesn't do it when she goes to sleep with me. She just does it.
When she doesn't want you to leave.
She loves me extra.
So if you are loving this podcast, we would really appreciate it if you could like, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Spotify, rate the podcast. Give us 5 stars. If
If you use one of those iPhone things, leave a review on iTunes.
and then come back next week for another episode.
Yep. Send us your stories, meltdowns, happy stories. We'll make a fun little lovey-dovey cute episode segment thing.
And we'll see you next week.